Over the last couple of years, it feels like we've been hit by a tidal wave of new AI. I mean, every single day, right? There's a new tool that can do something that just blows your mind. But here's the thing, all of this, it's just the warm-up act. To really get a handle on where this is all going, we need to look past the tools we're using today.
It really started with a bang, didn't it? All of a sudden, we had an AI that could write your emails, your code, your essays. It could answer pretty much any question you could dream up. And then, boom, the artists arrived. AI that could conjure these absolutely breathtaking images from just a handful of words. It completely changed the game for creative work.
But it didn't stop there, of course. Nope. AI learned to compose music. We're talking entire songs with vocals, instruments, you name it, in any genre you can think of.
And then even our voices, they became synthetic. AI can now clone a voice or create totally new, incredibly lifelike speech for things like audiobooks. So yeah, we've gotten really, really good at making powerful, specialized AI tools. So all these amazing tools, they have one big thing in common. They wait for us. They need a command, a prompt. They're reactive. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. What is the next big evolutionary leap for artificial intelligence? Well, the answer is a concept called agentic AI. And listen, this isn't just a tiny little upgrade. This is a complete, fundamental shift in how we even think about AI. We're moving from AI as a passive tool to AI as an active, autonomous teammate. And this definition right here really gets to the heart of it. See, unlike the AI we're used to, agentic AI isn't about just responding to one single prompt. It's about taking on a big, high-level goal and having the autonomy, the freedom to work on it for a long, long time, pretty much all on its own. Okay, this slide is super important because it really draws the line in the sand. Generative AI, like ChatGPT, is a fantastic tool, right? You give it step-by-step instructions. But an agentic AI, it acts more like a project manager. You don't tell it how to do everything. You just give it the final goal, like, hey, plan a whole marketing campaign for our new product. And then it figures out all the subtasks, it maps out the steps, and it just goes and does them. It's proactive, it adopts, it's a whole different league. So how on earth does it actually do this? Well, it all comes down to this continuous loop. First, it perceives its environment, it's gathering data, seeing what's up. Then it reasons and plans. It takes that big goal and breaks it down into a strategy. Third, it acts, using whatever tools it needs, like searching the web or writing some code. And then, and this is the critical part, it evaluates what happened. Did that work? What's next? And it adapts the plan. This cycle, this loop, is what gives it true autonomy. So I want to be clear, this isn't just some theory cooked up in a lab. This is a revolution that is already underway. These agentic systems are being rolled out across a ton of different industries, and it's creating a whole new wave of applications. And the scope here is just massive. We're talking about AI agents in healthcare that can automate diagnostics, agents in finance that manage incredibly complex trading strategies, agents in labs that are helping with real scientific discovery. But you can imagine, as these agents get more autonomous and woven into every part of our lives, it forces us to ask some really big, important questions about control and about safety. I mean, let's face it, an AI that can act all on its own is an AI with a phenomenal amount of power. And just like with any powerful new technology, we have to stop and ask ourselves, how do we build the guardrails? How do we make sure this power is used safely and responsibly? This really is the fundamental challenge we're staring down right now. With this level of autonomy, how can we be 100% sure that these systems are safe, that our digital world is going to stay secure, and that we can actually trust the information they create and the actions they take? So the first huge challenge is authenticity. It's one thing for a person to spend hours creating a deepfake. It is a totally different thing for an autonomous agent to be given a goal like influence an election. And then on its own, it creates and spreads thousands of pieces of hyper-realistic fake content. The line between what's real and what's fake just evaporates. And with it, so does our trust. Now, a big part of the solution is an initiative called C2PA. It stands for the Coalition for Content Provenance and Authenticity. Basically, it's a technical standard that was developed by a whole group of major tech companies to fight this exact problem. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a secure digital nutrition label for media. This label is cryptographically baked into an image or a video, and it shows you its entire life story, who made it, when it was edited, and what tools, including AI, were used to make it. It's a really powerful way to bring back some transparency and fight back against all the misinformation out there. But there's an even deeper, more fundamental security problem looming on the horizon. The very foundation of our digital security? I'm talking about the encryption that protects everything from your bank account to national secrets is being threatened by a whole new kind of computer. And this is not science fiction. Don't just take my word for it. The U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, has made it very clear. Future quantum computers will, eventually, be powerful enough to shatter the encryption we all rely on today. All of our current digital locks would basically become useless. And an autonomous AI could be the thing that wields that power. So, how do you fight a quantum threat? Well, the answer is something called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. It's this massive, global effort to design a whole new generation of encryption algorithms, new locks, that are strong enough to withstand attacks from both the computers we have now and the quantum computers of the future.
And this isn't just an idea on a whiteboard. This is happening right now. NIST has already put out the first set of these new standards in 2024. Think of them as new, much stronger types of digital keys and signatures that are designed from the ground up to be quantum-proof. What's happening now is a huge multi-year migration across the entire globe to upgrade our digital infrastructure. It's basically a race to build unbreakable digital locks for the future.
So we're at this absolutely fascinating moment in history, right? On one hand, we're building these incredibly powerful autonomous AI agents that can solve problems we've only ever dreamed of solving. And on the other hand, we're in this frantic race to build the security and authenticity frameworks we need to manage that power responsibly.
And that really is the essential question for our time, isn't it? The technology is moving forward at this unbelievable speed, creating AI that can perceive, reason, and act all by itself. It leaves us with one last really crucial thought. Are we, the humans, thinking fast enough to keep up with the machines we're creating?